Hello, everyone. I want to talk to you today about something that may sound a little counterintuitive: the power of privacy. In a world where everything is shared, where social media encourages us to lay bare our thoughts, emotions, and lives, the truly intelligent person knows the Churtonese value of keeping certain things to themselves. It's not about being secretive, it's about being wise. You see, intelligence is not just about knowledge, it's about understanding what to protect and what to let go. And that starts with understanding that privacy is not a weakness, it's a source of strength. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness in a world that values strength and resilience. It's easy to believe that showing any form of vulnerability, whether emotional or mental, is a sign of fragility. However, true strength lies in the ability to embrace vulnerability, to be honest with ourselves and others about our fears, our insecurities, and our imperfections. Vulnerability is not about weakness, it's about courage, the courage to be real in a world that often pressures us to be perfect. When we talk about vulnerability, we often think of moments when we are exposed, when we are vulnerable to judgment, rejection, or misunderstanding. But vulnerability is also the foundation of connection, growth, and transformation. It is through being vulnerable that we allow others to see us for who we truly are, not just the polished, idealized versions we present to the world. And in doing, we open ourselves to the possibility of deeper relationships, richer experiences, and more meaningful connections. The act of embracing vulnerability requires a great deal of courage. It means accepting that we are not perfect, that we have flaws, and that we may face rejection or criticism when we expose parts of ourselves that are not as polished or refined as others might expect. But vulnerability also brings authenticity. It's through being vulnerable that we allow others to relate to us on a human level. When we stop hiding behind walls and masks, we create space for real, genuine interactions, for moments of true understanding and empathy. There's an incredible power in vulnerability. It allows us to be seen for who we are, not for the facade we put on to fit in or to meet expectations. Vulnerability creates space for connection and understanding, and when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we invite others to do the same. We no longer have to pretend to have it all together, and in doing so, we remove the weight of perfectionism and open ourselves up to growth. Vulnerability, then, is not about exposing our weaknesses for others to judge. It's about being open to the possibility of connection and transformation. Another important aspect of vulnerability is its role in personal growth. When we are willing to show our true selves, we create opportunities for change. In the process of exposing our vulnerabilities, we invite feedback, reflection, and self-awareness. It's through vulnerability that we can acknowledge our mistakes, learn from them, and grow as individuals. Vulnerability is a critical part of the human experience. It's how we build resilience. Every time we open ourselves up to vulnerability, we become stronger, more adaptable, and more capable of facing life's challenges. Vulnerability also requires wisdom. It's not about exposing every part of yourself to everyone. It's about understanding when and where to be vulnerable and with whom. True vulnerability is not about oversharing. It's about sharing what is meaningful and allowing others to witness our journey without expecting anything in return. The strength in vulnerability lies in knowing what to protect and when to open up, in understanding that not every part of ourselves needs to be shared with everyone. The power of vulnerability is that it is the gateway to authenticity and connection. It allows us to show up as our true selves, flaws and all, and in doing so, it invites others to do the same. Vulnerability is the courage to be seen, to be known, and to accept that we are all imperfect beings with much to offer, just as we are. Embracing vulnerability isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of profound strength, resilience, and an openness to the richness of human connection. In a world that is constantly demanding our attention, where our personal lives are often shared on social media and the expectation to be always on can feel overwhelming, the importance of privacy cannot be overstated. Privacy is not just a luxury or preference, it is a fundamental need for maintaining mental clarity. When we give ourselves the space to retreat from the noise and demands of the outside world, we create an environment that allows us to focus, reflect, and prioritize what truly matters. In a sense, privacy is the quiet sanctuary in which our minds can reset, reorganize, and regain the clarity needed to navigate life's complexities. Mental clarity is something that can easily be clouded by the constant flow of external input. We are constantly bombarded by information, opinions, demands, and expectations. This overwhelming influx can cause stress, anxiety, and a sense of disconnection from our own thoughts. When we are constantly sharing our lives or seeking validation from others, we lose touch with our inner voice, and over time this can lead to confusion, self-doubt, and an inability to make decisions with confidence. Privacy allows us to step back from all of that. It provides the space for us to breathe, to process, and to rediscover our sense of self. By protecting our privacy, we are able to protect the mental space we need to think clearly and act decisively. Privacy also offers the ability to make decisions based on our own values and desires rather than being influenced by the opinions of others. When everything is shared or put out into the open, there's a tendency to second guess ourselves, to seek approval or avoid judgment. This external pressure can blur our sense of direction. However, when we keep certain things private, we allow ourselves to make decisions that feel authentic and true to who we are, without the noise of external influence. It's in these quiet, private moments that we can reconnect with our deepest desires, think strategically about our next steps, and feel confident in the choices we make. In addition to this, privacy enables us to build resilience and protect our emotional well-being. The more we expose ourselves to others, especially when it comes to our vulnerabilities and insecurities, the more we risk emotional burnout. Too much exposure can drain our emotional resources, leaving us feeling depleted. By keeping parts of our lives private, we preserve our emotional energy, allowing ourselves to recharge and restore our resilience. It's in this state of emotional balance that mental clarity thrives, and we can better navigate the ups and downs of life without feeling overwhelmed. Privacy also allows us to slow down and be present with our thoughts. In today's fast-paced world, where there's always a sense of urgency to respond, share, and act, the simple act of taking a step back and being alone with our thoughts can seem like a rare luxury. Yet, this is one of the most important aspects of mental clarity. Privacy offers the opportunity to engage in deep reflection, to understand our thoughts and emotions without the influence of outside chatter. It's in this space that we can analyze situations, gain insights, and make sense of the world around us. The importance of privacy for mental clarity is rooted in the notion of self-preservation. When we allow ourselves the freedom to be selective about what we share and with whom we protect our mental health, we are less likely to feel drained by others' expectations or demands and more likely to preserve our peace of mind. In protecting our privacy, we are not shutting ourselves off from the world. Rather, we are safeguarding the mental space that allows us to engage with it more fully and with greater clarity. The more we value privacy, the more we are able to create the mental space necessary to thrive. Privacy is not about isolation, it is about preserving the space needed to reflect, to make clear-headed decisions, and to engage with the world from a place of strength and clarity. It is the foundation on which our mental and emotional well-being rests. Without it, we risk losing ourselves in the noise of the world, and with it, our ability to think clearly, live authentically, and make meaningful decisions. In a world that often celebrates networking, outward connections, and the idea of having a large circle of acquaintances, there is something deeply powerful about keeping your inner circle small and carefully guarded. Our inner circle consists of the people who have access to the most vulnerable parts of ourselves, the ones we trust to support, challenge, and nurture us through life's ups and downs. These individuals shape our experiences, influence our mindset, and impact our emotional well-being in ways that no one else can. That is why it is essential to be discerning about who we allow into this inner circle, and why guarding it is crucial for maintaining our sense of self and inner peace. The people we surround ourselves with have an undeniable impact on how we view the world and ourselves. Our inner circle should be made up of those who truly understand us, who respect our values, and who hold us accountable when we need it most. These are the individuals who support us when we're at our lowest, who encourage our growth without judgment, and who celebrate our successes without jealousy. Having this kind of deep, trusting relationship is invaluable. However, it requires that we be selective about who we let into that inner circle, because the wrong influences can have just as much impact on our lives as the right ones, if not more. We live in a world where people often seek to influence or manipulate others, sometimes without even realizing it. The opinions of others can be overwhelming, and well-meaning people can unintentionally project their own fears or limitations onto us. For this reason, it is crucial to have individuals in our inner circle who inspire us to be the best version of ourselves, not the most comfortable or most accepted version. Guarding your inner circle means keeping out toxic relationships, people who drain your energy, or individuals who make you feel small, incapable, or unsupported. These kinds of relationships can subtly chip away at your confidence and mental well-being. Over time, you may find yourself questioning your decisions, doubting your abilities, or feeling emotionally depleted if you allow toxic people too close. More intentional inner circle also gives you the space to cultivate authentic, meaningful connections. It's not about the quantity of relationships, but the depth of them. The people you trust with your most intimate thoughts, fears, and dreams should be individuals who respect your boundaries, uplift you in times of struggle, and help you grow when you're ready to evolve. These people should not only offer support, but also offer honest feedback. They challenge you to grow without tearing you down. Guarding your inner circle means ensuring that those in it understand the value of honesty, trust, and respect. Your inner circle can act as a mirror, reflecting your strengths and areas for growth. The right people will tell you what you need to hear, even when it's hard to hear. They will help you see your blind spots and offer guidance that empowers you to become better, not out of obligation, but out of care for your growth. Having a strong inner circle allows you to experience life authentically and fearlessly, because you know that the people who truly matter are there to support you, no matter what. Guarding your inner circle also means protecting your emotional energy. Emotional energy is finite. It's easy to be caught up in the chaos of the world or the drama of others' lives. But when we allow too many people access to our energy, especially those who are constantly negative, drama-filled, or self-centered, we drain ourselves. Your inner circle should be a source of positive energy, a place where you can recharge, reflect, and return to the world with a renewed sense of clarity. When your circle is filled with people who respect your space, your time, and your energy, you can give more to others without feeling overwhelmed or depleted. Guarding your inner circle is about protecting the most valuable parts of who you are. It's about being selective and intentional with whom you share your heart, your thoughts, and your dreams. The people you allow in should enhance your life, not diminish it. Protecting your inner circle is a way to preserve your peace, your clarity, and your sense of purpose. When we guard our inner circle, we create an environment where we can thrive, grounded in love, trust, and mutual respect. It's a powerful act of self-care, one that ensures we continue to grow and evolve in the most authentic and supportive ways possible. In a society where personal lives are increasingly shared with the public through social media, reality TV, and constant connectivity, the distinction between the public and private self has never been more important. Our public selves are often shaped by external expectations and social norms, while our private selves represent our most authentic, unfiltered essence. These two aspects of our identity, public and private, are not inherently at odds, but they need to be clearly defined and respected to maintain a sense of balance and well-being. The boundaries between the public and private self are crucial for preserving our mental health, personal integrity, and ability to navigate the world with confidence. Our public self is the version of ourselves that we present to the world. It's how we are perceived by others, shaped by societal expectations and the roles we play in various environments, whether that's as a colleague, a friend, a parent, or a community member. The public self often involves elements of performance, where we adhere to social norms or portray certain aspects of our personality in order to fit in, gain approval, or achieve success. This is not necessarily a negative thing. After all, our ability to navigate social situations, maintain relationships, and pursue professional goals relies on presenting a version of ourselves that aligns with these external demands. However, the public self can become problematic when it starts to overshadow our private self, when the desire to be liked, successful, or respected leads us to compromise our true identity. The private self, on the other hand, is the version of ourselves that we keep hidden from others. It is our internal world, our thoughts, feelings, desires, vulnerabilities, and the aspects of our personality that are not immediately visible or acceptable to the public eye. The private self is where our deepest emotions, dreams, and fears reside. It's where we find the space to reflect, to be imperfect, and to grow without the pressure of external judgment. This inner world is essential for our sense of self, as it provides the foundation for our authenticity and emotional well-being. Without a clear boundary between the public and private self, we risk losing touch with this deeper part of who we are, and in turn, our ability to feel grounded and true to ourselves. One of the most important aspects of maintaining healthy boundaries between the public and private self is the ability to protect our inner world. In a world that often encourages oversharing, particularly on social media, it can be easy to feel the pressure to expose our private lives. While sharing can help us connect with others and build relationships, it can also expose us to unwanted opinions, judgments, and emotional exhaustion. The more we expose about ourselves, the more we invite others into our private space, and not everyone is respectful or understanding of this intimacy. There is wisdom in knowing what should be shared and what should remain sacred. Just as we protect our homes from intruders, we must protect our emotional boundaries from those who are not in our inner circle or who have not earned the right to witness our vulnerabilities. Maintaining boundaries between the public and private self also fosters a sense of agency and control over our lives. We cannot always control how others perceive us or the roles we are expected to play, but we do have control over what we choose to reveal about ourselves. Having clear boundaries allows us to take ownership of our story, to choose which aspects of ourselves to share and when, and to establish a sense of autonomy. This empowerment is crucial for mental well-being as it allows us to protect our emotional resources and safeguard our mental clarity. When we feel in control of what we share and with whom, we are less likely to experience the overwhelm that comes from excessive vulnerability or exposure. Respecting the boundaries between the public and private self enables us to build deeper, more meaningful connections. When we choose to share selectively, when we invite others into our private world on our terms, we create relationships that are based on trust, mutual respect, and authenticity. We can engage with others from a place of integrity, knowing that our private self remains intact and respected. This also allows us to protect ourselves from superficial interactions, where our worth may be defined solely by the roles we play or the images we project, rather than by the deeper, more meaningful aspects of who we are. The boundaries between the public and private self are essential for living a balanced, authentic life. The public self allows us to engage with the world and fulfill our responsibilities, while the private self provides the space for introspection, growth, and emotional resilience. By maintaining clear distinctions between the two, we can navigate the complexities of modern life while staying true to ourselves, protecting our emotional well-being, and fostering meaningful relationships based on genuine connection. Understanding where to draw the line is not about being secretive. It's about being intentional and discerning about the aspects of ourselves that we share and those we protect. In doing so, we create the space for both personal and social flourishing. Protecting your vision and dreams is one of the most important aspects of maintaining a sense of purpose and direction in life. Dreams are not just fantasies or abstract wishes, they are the seeds of potential, the guiding force that helps shape who we are and where we are headed. They are the manifestation of our deepest desires, our hopes for the future, and our personal calling. But the path to making those dreams a reality is rarely straightforward. It requires not only hard work and dedication, but also a level of protection and care. Dreams, especially in their infancy, are fragile. Exposing them too early or to the wrong people can stifle their growth or make them vulnerable to doubt and discouragement. Therefore, guarding your vision and dreams is essential to ensuring that they stay alive and evolve into something meaningful. One of the first steps in protecting your vision is understanding its worth. Dreams can be easy to dismiss or undermine, especially in the face of external challenges or criticism. It's important to recognize that your dreams are valid, regardless of how big or small they may seem to others. The more we internalize the value of our vision, the more likely we are to stand firm in our belief that it is worth pursuing. This belief provides the foundation for everything that follows. When you truly understand the worth of your dreams, you will be more willing to protect them from negative influences, skepticism, or even your own fears. Recognizing their importance gives you the strength to stay committed, even when the journey is uncertain. Not everyone will understand or support your vision, and that's okay. Sometimes the people closest to us may unintentionally cast doubt on our dreams due to their own fears or limitations. This is why it's crucial to be discerning about who you share your vision with, especially in its early stages. When a dream is just beginning to take shape, it can be fragile, vulnerable to criticism or ridicule. The wrong kind of feedback can make you second guess yourself, or worse, abandon your dream altogether. Therefore, it's essential to share your vision only with people who believe in your potential and understand the importance of nurturing and protecting it. These are the people who will offer constructive feedback, encouragement, and insight, not criticism or discouragement. It's also essential to create a space for your dreams to grow undisturbed. This might mean setting boundaries in your personal and professional life to protect your time, energy, and focus. Dreams require attention, patience, and space to flourish. It's easy to become distracted by the demands of daily life or to prioritize other people's needs over your own aspirations. But the more you allow external pressures to take precedence over your dreams, the harder it becomes to move forward with them. Protecting your vision means being deliberate about where you direct your energy. This may require making sacrifices, saying no to things or people that do not align with your goals, and being disciplined about carving out time for the work that will bring your dreams to fruition. Another aspect of protecting your vision is developing resilience. The path to achieving your dreams is rarely linear, and it often comes with setbacks, failures, or moments of doubt. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't go as planned or when you face obstacles that seem insurmountable. But resilience is key to keeping your dream alive. When you protect your vision, you also cultivate the ability to bounce back from adversity, learn from mistakes, and continue moving forward with renewed determination. Resilience allows you to maintain faith in your vision, even when the world around you may seem to question its viability. Part of protecting your vision also means maintaining a sense of focus and clarity. It's easy to become distracted by other people's goals, achievements, or expectations. The pressure to conform or to follow what others are doing can derail you from your own path. But by staying true to your own vision, by focusing on what is most important to you, you create the mental space necessary to make progress. Keeping your dream in focus helps you prioritize the steps necessary to achieve it and prevents you from being pulled off course by competing distractions. Protecting your vision is about self-care. Achieving your dreams requires not only external action, but also internal nurturing. It's easy to burn out or to lose sight of your goals if you neglect your own well-being. Protecting your vision means taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental health. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and your dream cannot grow if you do not take the time to replenish yourself. This might mean taking breaks when needed, practicing mindfulness, or engaging in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment outside of your work towards your dream. When you protect your health and well-being, you are better equipped to continue the hard work necessary to realize your vision. Protecting your dreams is about recognizing their worth, guarding them from negativity, and creating the space and resilience needed to allow them to grow. It's about being discerning with who you trust with your vision, maintaining focus, and taking care of yourself along the way. Dreams are not just distant hopes, they are the blueprint of who you are meant to become. Protecting them ensures that they have the chance to evolve into something greater than you ever imagined. Choosing where to invest emotional energy is one of the most powerful decisions we can make in our lives. Our emotional energy is limited, and how we direct it plays a significant role in determining our overall well-being, happiness, and personal growth. Every day, we face countless situations and relationships that demand some level of emotional investment, and it's crucial to be discerning about where we direct that energy. When we invest it wisely, we experience fulfillment, connection, and purpose. But when we invest it in the wrong places, we risk burnout, resentment, and emotional depletion. The first step in choosing where to invest emotional energy is recognizing that not all people's situations or relationships are worth the same level of investment. We often feel compelled to invest in every aspect of our lives with equal intensity, whether it's in our work, our friendships, or even our daily responsibilities. However, not everything in our life deserves our full emotional investment. People who drain our energy, situations that cause constant stress without resolution, or commitments that no longer align with our values should be reevaluated. Investing emotional energy in things that don't nourish or fulfill us can leave us feeling empty, overwhelmed, or stuck. This is why it's important to assess where we are channeling our emotions and whether that investment is contributing positively to our overall well-being. One of the most important areas to consider is our relationships. We all have people in our lives who contribute to our sense of purpose and joy, but we may also encounter individuals who consistently take more than they give. Whether it's a friend, family member, or colleague, some relationships are inherently draining, demanding more of our emotional energy than they provide in return. It's essential to assess whether these relationships are healthy and balanced, or if they are contributing to emotional exhaustion. This doesn't mean cutting people off or severing ties entirely, but it does mean being mindful of how much emotional energy we invest in these individuals. Setting boundaries, communicating needs, and being realistic about what we can give and expect in return are crucial steps in ensuring that our emotional energy is spent on relationships that truly matter. Another key factor in choosing where to invest emotional energy is recognizing the impact of stressors in our environment. We all face external pressures, whether it's in our work life, financial situation, or personal struggles. However, not every stressor requires our full emotional attention. Some situations are temporary or beyond our control, and investing too much emotional energy into them can lead to unnecessary anxiety. It's important to evaluate which stressors are worth engaging with and which ones should be put into perspective. For example, obsessing over a minor mistake at work or worrying about things that haven't happened, yet only robs us of the present moment. By learning to prioritize the issues that truly require action or resolution, we can conserve emotional energy for the areas that will lead to real change or growth. Self-care is another critical aspect of emotional energy investment. Often we focus so much on others or external obligations that we forget to check in with ourselves. We must recognize that our own emotional well-being is just as important as our relationships with others. By investing in our self-care, whether through relaxation, hobbies, reflection, or seeking support, we ensure that we have the energy to face challenges and invest in meaningful connections. Emotional burnout is real, and without replenishing our energy, we cannot give our best to anyone. Choosing to prioritize our own needs is not selfish. It's necessary for maintaining balance and resilience in the long run. It's also important to consider how we manage our own emotional responses. Investing emotional energy doesn't only involve external people or situations. It also includes how we respond to ourselves. Negative self-talk, self-doubt, or holding on to past grievances can drain us without us even realizing it. Choosing to let go of past hurts, practice self-compassion, and adopt a mindset that fosters growth can significantly improve our emotional energy. When we invest in cultivating a positive and nurturing relationship with ourselves, we are better equipped to handle external challenges and invest in others with a clear, open heart. Choosing where to invest emotional energy requires mindfulness and discernment. By recognizing that not everything deserves our emotional attention, we create space for the people, experiences, and practices that bring us joy, growth, and fulfillment. Whether it's fostering healthy relationships, managing external stressors, prioritizing self-care, or cultivating a positive internal dialogue, the way we invest our emotional energy shapes the quality of our lives. The key is to be intentional, understanding that our emotional energy is a finite resource, and making conscious decisions about where we place it can lead to a life that is not only more peaceful and balanced, but also more aligned with who we truly are. Building resilience through privacy is a powerful way to protect and nurture our mental and emotional well-being. In a world where everything seems to be shared publicly, from personal milestones to moments of vulnerability, privacy has become an increasingly rare and valuable resource. However, it is within this protected space that we can develop the strength and fortitude needed to navigate life's challenges. Privacy offers us the necessary distance from external noise, judgments, and expectations, creating a sanctuary where we can rebuild, reflect, and focus on our personal growth. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to adapt to life's difficulties with strength and grace. It is not simply about enduring hardship, but about using that hardship as an opportunity for growth. Privacy plays a critical role in building resilience by providing a space to heal without the pressure of outside influences. When we are constantly exposed to the opinions of others or are forced to perform in the face of personal struggles, it becomes difficult to process emotions and regain clarity. Privacy allows us the mental and emotional space to grieve, reflect, and regroup without the added burden of managing others' perceptions. It is in this solitude that we can develop the internal resources needed to weather the storms of life. In times of difficulty, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the expectations and judgments of others. Whether it's the pressure to perform at work, the fear of being judged for our struggles, or the constant comparison to others through social media, the external world can intensify our sense of vulnerability. Privacy allows us to step away from these external pressures, offering a buffer between ourselves and the outside world. It provides the necessary distance to recalibrate, to focus on our internal dialogue rather than the external noise. In this space, we can prioritize our emotional and mental health without the fear of being scrutinized or misunderstood. The absence of judgment helps us to process our experiences with greater clarity and to regain the emotional strength needed to move forward. Privacy fosters a deeper connection with our true selves. When we are constantly interacting with others or exposing our lives to the public, it can be easy to lose touch with our own desires, needs, and emotions. The constant influence of others can cloud our ability to understand what we truly want and how we truly feel. Privacy offers a retreat where we can reconnect with ourselves, assess our goals, and reflect on our values without the influence of outside opinions. This self-awareness is a cornerstone of resilience because it gives us a firm foundation to build upon. When we understand our own needs, boundaries, and desires, we are better equipped to make decisions that align with our well-being, even in the face of external pressure or adversity. In moments of distress or hardship, privacy also offers us the opportunity to heal at our own pace. Recovery is not a linear process. It involves setbacks, reevaluations, and moments of deep introspection. Privacy allows us to honor that process without the need to meet external timelines or expectations. When we are able to heal in our own time without rushing or performing for others, we build emotional endurance. We learn to trust ourselves and our ability to recover from adversity, knowing that we have the capacity to manage difficult emotions and situations without needing constant air approval from the outside world. Building resilience through privacy also means creating boundaries that protect our energy. In a world where it often feels like everyone has access to our time and attention, it can be easy to become depleted by the demands of others. Protecting our privacy means saying no to obligations, relationships, or situations that drain us. It's about creating space for our own emotional well-being and recognizing when we need to step back. By limiting external demands, we ensure that we have the emotional bandwidth to respond to life's challenges with strength and clarity. This selective approach to where we invest our energy is essential for maintaining long-term resilience as it prevents burnout and emotional exhaustion. Privacy is not about isolation or shutting ourselves off from the world. It is about creating a space where we can recharge, reflect, and build emotional strength. It is through this protective boundary that we are able to cultivate resilience, allowing us to face life's challenges with a sense of inner stability. By valuing privacy, we prioritize our mental and emotional health, giving ourselves the time and space to heal, grow, and adapt. In this way, privacy becomes a powerful tool for resilience, enabling us to move through life's difficulties with greater wisdom, strength, and grace.